Yes, I am, because I was, doing. Yes, I was. Because I was recording, audio for a short I made. Alright, so, fudge. 420, 30, 30,000, 40,000, 43. I need 50,500, bro. I need 50,000. Brain, your brain, no, not your brain left, your brain left, bro. Brain, your brain left. Your brain absolutely left the chat. God, I hate that reference. Your brain has left the chat there, buddy. Why do I have three guys? Yeah, B plus, B plus, B, demon. These guys are the same. And then we just have masterpiece. Mark Adams, bro. I love this man, bro. 46%. Now imagine S plus plus, S plus plus, S plus plus. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how much money I need. Oh, 56. I need 68. I need 68,000. Well, if you want to count the grenade launcher itself, 69,000. Oh, wait, no, never mind. That's for the Cobra. Jeez, 12,000? Well, okay, I'm I'm trying to figure out how much I need to get everything. I'm trying to figure out how much I need. But where'd you get him sit on the 50,000, whatever it was, for the science skill tree? Because that's what I'm working on right now. This is science skill tree. Still need the 10 equipment. I need 3,000, 5 more equipment, 1 more precious, 5 fuel, which is pretty easy. The equipment's gonna be a pain, though. Gosh darn it. Oh, you do? Alright. Why is it no data? Refresh. Let me, you to get rid of freaking YouTube live control panel. Gosh darn, no data. Well, screw you. Oh, screw you. Oh, yeah, it's basically the same, bro. Alright. Alright, yeah, it's like a 2 second. Yeah, no, I hate hearing my own voice, bro. Get out of here, bro. Get out of here. Like, get out. Ugh. Also, I changed my scope back. Because it's better than microscope.
Why is it not working?
I
Help.
I changed my scope
Hello?
back. Hello?
Oh.
My voice shot. I was screaming at you. I was screaming at you. I was...
I try not to get banned this time, you know?
Yeah. Alright, just had to get the bar, you know? Just had to size up the bar. I hate myself for that joke.
Sob,
Yes.
you got about one thing. No helmet.
Because I original brother. I already read this. I really need to read it out loud. I feel like I need to read this stuff out loud so people actually know, like, you know.
You have the scope back, yay!
Yes, because I figured out something with the scope that you can only do on PC, which is very unfortunate. Or on a not PC, keyboard and mouse. If you page up and page down, the zeroing distance. Yeah, so if a guy's like 500 meters away, you can set the zeroing distance to 500 meters, and you can put the middle of your sight, the dot on his head, and pew.
Oh, that's good. Oh.
You just need to get a cube. Okay, how close is your Xbox to? I need to kick you. I need to kick you and then die, and then die real quick. You died. You died. You died. All right. Yeah.
So, do you want to do 2 missions
Yes.
or 1 mission? No, okay, I guess it's 2.
Bro, we all ran home.
Oh god, I'm gonna die.
Wait a minute. Wait, do you have a gas mask? Oh yeah, we have the same thing. I'm gonna get filters. I'm gonna get filters.
Oh yeah, I tried this mission by myself like 3 times. Right? I failed.
How?
Right. So, I have a car, right? With like no protection, and for some reason, there's these like people on a road. Don't know how, but they have like aimbot or something.
Bro. Let's take the car. Let's take the same car. And I'm gonna be on controller, and I'm just gonna show you that you just have a skill issue.
I literally bought a new car now.
I will show you that I'm gonna do it first person as well. We're gonna do this in the car. I'm on controller. As you can tell by my smooth turning. If I was using mouse turn, it'd be like this. It's not as smooth as controller.
I'm trying to get levels so I can get the helicopter so I can actually do my own stuff now.
Yeah, so there's gonna be guys on the road. You wanna go like this. And you just wanna... You just wanna swerve. There is a landmine, so do you wanna know why I went diagonally?
Why?
Because there's a landmine on the right side. So if you just go straight like this, you're gonna go kaboom.
Oh, no wonder why I died.
Did your car, because, yeah. Yeah, so you want to go on the left side and then swerve in. But the enemy trucks, they don't get affected by the landmines. Watch, we're not going to get detected. I've mastered this road. We're not going to get detected. Or shot at.
We saw that, but we are. Never mind.
Oh, fudge! I forget about that. I haven't drove down this road in a car. In like a truck or a car. In like a vehicle in so long. But I've driven the construction trucks down up this road. It feels so different driving down it though. I don't wanna... Ow. It's not this point where we need to do it. Screw you.
I'll get it.
Yeah, you get it, I'll get this one. Just... First person, baby, yeah. First person, no UI. Full immersion, oh yeah. Full immersion, ugh. Do I have to shoot you two? God. Doing this is way better at night, man. What do you mean no data? Oh, fudge. Yeah, I don't exist. I don't exist to you. I don't exist to you, buddy. What's my zero-ness? Okay, 100 meters. Oh, God. God, what is that? Going off road today, baby, yeah! What was the big idea? I just heard a lot of gunfire.
I'm just gonna get XP, bro.
XP and the money. First person, no UI. Beautiful. Yeah, this game is, it is recommended to play on, oh my gosh, keyboard and mouse. Take this perfectly, bro. Oh. Huh. Like, how far away is your Xbox to you? Oh, hello there. Oh, fudge. Meant to do that. Yeah. And I want to get that LMG and go brrrr. I'm too fast. Too fast. Screw y'all. We're too fast.
So we're gonna do this stealth.
You bitch! I went way over. Oh, that's. I was in first person, so I did not know what just happened there. Oh wait, we need to go depot. No. Cause this brings me back to when I didn't have the helicopter and I just drove around in this game. Not get detected by these nerds. Yeah, baby. Well, not get fully detected. We were getting detected, but we didn't get fully. There's a difference. Jump it! Oh my god. Oh, fudge. We're good. We're chill. Screw you! Oh, there's a building there, by the way. I'm a much better driver in first person. Jump it! Oh! There we go.
Hey, at least we didn't die by like a really good driver, you know.
This thing is gonna be so damaged when we're done with it. And then how we did it, if we just like pulled up to here, because we'd get detected. Like that. I'm gonna go UI, because...
Alright, you go deal with me.
Wait a minute. I was close. See you later, sucker. Yeah, baby. I am so glad that there's a tree there. Oh, I love vehicles, bro. I gotta love driving around in this game, bro. This game is so fire. You detect me, you're good. We're good.
I got it.
Yeah, no one cares, bro. No one cares. No one.
Sam. What are you doing, bud?
Nope. Yeah. Oh wait. Well, I think that's our sign to get the fudge out of here.
Really?
Goodbye.
Oh god, they're all gonna spawn right here.
Punch it! Just punch it! How are we not? How are we not? I wonder what this thing's health is gonna be. Oh my god. Oh wait, we need to go this way. First person. I'm jeeping it. Oh my gosh.
Don't just.
What?
I said we're gonna cross. Unless you cross into a tree.
Oh my. Murder him! Oh my god!
I'm just saying, do you know go full speed? Hella things at first. I've learned the hard part.
Why do you not go full speed? Yeet!
Because the car will explode unless you die.
Unless you don't crash. Which I'm a very good driver, right?
So,
Kaboom!
just focus on the mission.
Drift it! Drift it! Drift it! Drift it, Stig! That was so ironic, bro. Oh yeah, the car links, by the way. The car will explode if you crash it too many times. Just hits the freaking pole lightly. Oh man. Good times, right? Good times.
Oh, stop. We were almost completing the mission as well.
Nah, we were halfway. We're good.
No, we were about to be done with that mission.
Oh wait, no, don't do that.
I'm not gonna join you. I
Exactly,
don't
that's
wanna
why I
join
said
you.
don't do that.
I don't wanna join you. You join me.
And I did.
No, you didn't.
Go check the mission board, cause it fixes it. Sometimes.
Oh, I sent you an invite. Duh.
Oh, oh fudge.
You gonna join squad? There we go. Right, Sam.
What?
We're gonna do one mission at a time, okay?
No, no, we do all of them.
Yes.
We do all of them. So we avoid going back to base. I'm gonna get the helicopter. Cause it's honestly such a waste of time to just take a car, you know. Also, I'm gonna fast rope you down, alright? But I gotta edit my... What do you mean? What do you mean remember our policies? I said fast rope. The fudge! It's alright. Get in like one of these seats, you know. And I'm gonna open these doors.
Oh god.
So I'm gonna fast rope you down, alright? Wait, what's fast rope? Players.
I don't have a parachute.
Yeah, you do.
Hold on. Do I?
Yeah, you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you have one equipped on you. Like,
So how do I use the parachute?
A, if I remember correctly.
Uh, I'm just.
What? Been disconnected from voice chat. Bruh. I got disconnected for some reason. A. Or that. Oh, fudge! I need my night vision on. There's a tree there! There's a building there! I'm gonna land like right here. And my propeller broke. That's great. That's great. And it flipped too. So we're gonna have to steer the truck. Grandpa Simulator, bro. Wake up! Hey, Grandpa, what? Hey, Grandpa, what? Hey, Grandpa! Alright. I'm in light. I just noticed that. A knobber. Yes, just snap the net. I was gonna take him out. Also, my helicopter's dead, so that's why I'm not over there. You know what? I need fuel. I don't need construction. Right there, fuck! Go! Go! Go, get to the other truck! Get to the other truck! I may be an idiot. But honestly, what's new? Honestly, there's no maybe about it. Oh, fudge! Get in quickly! We gotta get... Oh, boy. We gotta get out of here. Just here. Zeroing. Hello? Oh my god, bro.
Is no such day in existence. February has 28 days, and 1990 was not a leap year.
Hey, sussy baka.
To me, this wasn't a mistake. Kane already picked first contact to happen on a day when a major real-world earthquake occurred. The dates in this series matter. It tells me that we're existing in a reality different from our own. One where a February 29th, 1990 can exist. A simulated reality. And the back rooms is the boundary between worlds, where the separation becomes just a little bit thinner, allowing things like office voices and, who knows, maybe even a virulent bacteria into the simulation. Am I right? Will async be able to break through the boundary? I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Today, I once again find myself trapped in the endlessly soggy hallways of the back rooms. The analog horror series produced by Kane Pixels and available right here on YouTube.com for the low price of free. Last time we enrobed ourselves in its putrid yellow wallpaper, we concluded that the world of the back rooms seems to function a lot like a level map in a video game. You know how in a video game there's a set map that you're able to explore, and that there are walls or invisible boundaries that make sure that you stay within the acceptable area of play? Well, the way I see it, that's the real world here in Kane's series, the bounded area that humans are allowed to play in. However, video games also have tons of things that are hidden in spaces outside the boundaries of those levels. Unused ideas, spare assets, cut content. You want to know why FNAF's Security Breach's file size was so huge when the thing first came out? Something like 80 gigs of content? Well, it was just piles and piles of cut stuff. Full floors of geometry that weren't accessible in the course of normal gameplay, but hadn't been removed from the game's files. And that, my theorists, are what I expect the backrooms are. The cut content, the spare assets, the AI-generated worlds that didn't quite make the cut for reality. Last time, we proposed that somehow the company Async was able to use electromagnetism to tap into those parts of the map, the ones that exist outside the boundaries of reality, beyond the parts of the world that we're meant to see, giving us the various repetitive corridors of the backrooms as we know them. Now, since the release of that last theory, Kane has come out with 3 new videos. The first is Pitfalls, where one of Async's researchers descends deeper than ever before in the backrooms, only to discover an entire underground city. The next was Report, where we see the immediate aftermath of that incident and Async sealing the entrances to backrooms. And finally, there was Presentation, where we see how Async pitched this thing as the solution to an increasingly overpopulated world, but how they ultimately lost their government contracts when a researcher accidentally causes a lockdown of the facility. All 3 of these new videos are full of lore details, but to me, the biggest revelation to come out of these uploads is that the backrooms aren't just responsible for warping physical reality, they're also warping time itself. Attention all you partygoers, I think I've cracked exactly how and why people are no-clipping into this place. But enough talking, friends, it's time to go get lost in these endless hallways of lore. Now, despite the video game concept of no-clipping being a key part of the original creepypasta that the series is based on, Kane has yet to explicitly reference any video game terminology. However, after watching this new slate of videos, I'm more convinced than ever that we're still on the right track. For example, let's take a closer look at Pitfalls. In it, we follow researcher Marvin Lee as he falls to a deeper level of the facility, only to discover a full neighborhood underground. And I do mean full. Streetlights, houses, trees, all of it. Well, all of it except for people. There are no signs of life here. So either an entire empty town fell into the back rooms, or this is yet another example of an unused or incomplete level. And when we do get to enter one of the houses, things are just slightly off inside. There are 6 inverted street signs just hanging out in the middle of an empty room, almost like a level designer intended to put them out on the street, but instead just moved them out of sight into the house. Making things even stranger though, the house has a single hallway leading straight back. It's like the uncanny valley of architecture. It's clearly meant to be a house, but it just doesn't nail it. Almost like it'd been designed not by a human, but rather by an AI. Something that's trying to mimic a human home, but without fully understanding the flow and function of the various rooms and hallways. But of course, it doesn't end there. If you followed the backrooms at all, you know that Kane likes to hide a bunch of secrets in the descriptions of his videos, and 2 of the new uploads, Report and Presentation, link to secret unlisted uploads. The first of these is titled This. I'm just gonna call it Numbers, because saying a long string of random digits every time is gonna be a pain. This Numbers video seems to be footage from a traffic camera on a highway. Nothing too out of the ordinary, right? But then, about 22 seconds in, we see a car no clip through the ground. Not only does this tell us that literally anything can wind up in the back rooms, including large vehicles like cars, but I think we might be able to figure out who was actually in that car. Back in the upload Missing Persons, we see posters for multiple people who have disappeared since the opening of the back rooms. One such poster is for Margaret Watson, the only poster of the bunch that describes not only her physical appearance, but also her car. Her car is a 1987 Ford Escort, and wouldn't you know it, but when you compare the footage from Numbers to an 87 Ford Escort, they have the same boxy appearance. So I wouldn't be surprised if this is meant to be footage of Margaret Watson no clipping into the back rooms on December 2nd, 1989, along with her car. But that's not all that we can get out of the secret upload. The digits in the title of Numbers obviously aren't meant to be random here, but what are they? All our usual suspects are out. Ciphers don't seem to work, it's not a phone number, and it doesn't seem to be long enough for hex code either. Nope, Kane decided to get even more creative with this one. That series of 13 numbers is actually an International Standard Book Number, an ISBN. These are unique numeric codes used to identify books, kind of like a fingerprint for a book, and 978-0415-263 is linked to a book written by Charlotte Perkins Gilman, the literary classic, The Yellow Wallpaper. Yellow wallpaper, you say? If you've never had to read this for school, or even if you did have to read it for school and you didn't, this was a landmark piece of feminist literature about a woman slowly going insane after being forced to stay in a room with ugly yellow wallpaper. She begins to see moving shapes and people within the wallpaper, and she believes that the ugly yellow color stains everything that it touches. By the end, the woman has peeled all the wallpaper off the walls trying to help the person that's trapped inside, only for the woman to then believe that she's become that person. Now, there's little direct correlation between the short story and the Backrooms videos, but a lot of its ideas are clearly present here. For example, as we see in Pitfalls, the bacteria monsters can mimic the voices of their victims.
Hey! Can you hear me?
The monster can also infect the corpses after killing them, like we see with a victim named Nicholas Bolton in the video Autopsy Report. In a way, they're almost replacing their victims. The monsters are trapped in the back rooms, like the people in the wallpaper from our short story. Their next step then should be trying to get out of the wallpaper, out of the back rooms, and out into the real world where they can infect more. Framing this in our simulation theory, it's almost like this is a computer virus infecting reality, corrupting it, just like the ugly yellow color of the wallpaper staining everything that it touches in the short story. Now, while all of that's certainly interesting, and I always love a good excuse to work in a literary reference, it's the second secret video that really starts to break this thing wide open, and it all boils down to The Simpsons. This one is simply called The Simpsons, and it fittingly enough features a clip from The Simpsons, specifically the episode Bart Gets Hit by a Car.
I'd like to talk to you about bringing legal action against the fiend who did this to your boy.
Feels super random, right? I'm just sitting here watching a Simpsons episode now. However, the clip glitches out about 35 seconds in, and suddenly we're sitting here watching a Spanish commercial for a cough medication named Dimacol. And while I could certainly stand here and draw parallels between a medicine for cough syrup and a mutated bacteria monster running around, I don't think it's the content of these clips that's important here. Instead, I suspect it's the timeline of their release. You see, Bart Gets Hit by a Car premiered in 1991. This timing makes a lot of sense. Up to this point, practically all the videos of Kane's Backroom series have been dated from the late 80s or early 90s. But the Dimacol commercial really stands out in this context. According to its archive on YouTube, this thing didn't hit airwaves until about 2000. What I suspect is that async opening portals to the backrooms temporarily messes with the flow of time. Here, that Simpsons clip from the early 90s is interrupted by a commercial from the future, only for things to return to normal after Async's experiment is done. Does it sound crazy? Yeah, it does, but it shouldn't. Time clearly works differently in the backrooms, and this isn't the only example we have. Here in the Pitfalls video, as Marvin moves further into the hallway in the back of that weird house, the camera glitches just a bit, and if you listen closely, you can hear something playing in the background.
Repeat, Marvin, do you copy?
Did you hear it? It's really hard to make out, but if you listen carefully, it's actually a news broadcast from when Cuba and the United States reopened diplomatic relations. Let's compare.
Make the trip to the U.S. Do you think that your current president, President Castro, will come visit the United States?
Repeat, Marvin, do you copy?
That specific broadcast, it didn't happen until July of 2015. The date of Pitfalls, meanwhile, is 1990. In this short scene, we're actually hearing news from 25 years in the future. But it doesn't just stop at news broadcasts or commercials airing decades out of their own time. We see the physical interference of time as well. As I mentioned earlier, the video presentation shows us Async losing their government contract with the Department of Energy because of an emergency lockdown. The thing that causes the lockdown? An Async researcher accidentally enters the control center for the backrooms. Not all that big of a deal, right? Wrong. You see, it's the same researcher that saw his team glitch out and disappear all the way back in informational video. At the end of that upload, we see him open the Async control room and set off the red alert. But here's the thing. This guy disappeared on February 29th, 1990. His reappearance and presentation is on May 8th, 1990, over 2 months later. But clearly he hasn't been wandering around for that long. He's somehow been transported into the future. This can even go so far as to explain a discrepancy that I've called out in past videos. In the very first upload of the series, we see a clapper board that clearly marks the date as July 1990 something. But the date in the description of found footage reads as September 23rd, 1996, a date that's just completely different from what we saw written on that clapper board. When we first covered the backrooms, I figured this was just an innocent mistake. You know, small error in dates during a point in the series when dates didn't matter all that much. But now it is clearly setting up the idea that time works differently within the backrooms. But that then begs the question, how? Why is time acting crazy, and more importantly, why now? Well, we might actually have an answer for that. You see, one of the secret uploads for the series is an archive file from March 11th, 1990. In it, we see the rooms being flooded, which would obviously explain the soggy floors. But more importantly, this is where we first learn about the concept of null zones. Now, if you don't know what these are, yeah, you probably shouldn't. They haven't been explained at all, and they've only been referenced once in the main series as a passing comment in Pitfalls.
But what if Miller's right about the null zones?
In the original Creepypasta's lore, there were things called null rooms, but Kane's interpretation of the entire backrooms idea has taken a lot of liberties, and his null zones don't seem to relate all that much to null rooms in any way outside of just sharing the word null. Instead, basically all we have to go off of is this one image. It's a bit difficult to make out due to the quality of the video, but I think it reads, due to the elevation discrepancy between panel 225 and 224, a null KX field is created. It's not much to go off of, but at least it's something. And looking back at Pitfalls, things start to make a bit more sense. Marvin asks about the null zones after entering an area that's at a slightly offset elevation. Look at the difference in heights between the hallway and the neighborhood. And that news broadcast from the future, the camera picks it up only as Marvin crosses the threshold of a single stair in the hallway. Each time we see an elevation discrepancy, he is crossing a null zone. See, the phrase null KX field caught my eye for a lot of reasons. Seemed like a jumping off point that Kane put in so theorists like us could discover something about the world that he's building. So let's break down what the phrase could actually mean bit by bit, starting with null. In physics, a null is a point where two opposing quantities cancel each other out. Basically, when two equal waves meet, there's going to be a point where they perfectly reflect each other, thereby canceling each other out. The channel Electro Boom here on YouTube demonstrates this really well using
Yo, where am I getting shot at from? What are you doing? Oh my, bro. I didn't bring enough meds anyway. That's so. Oh my god. Why did his plane strap cut off? I'm so done, bro. I don't want to do these flipping missions, bro. Oh no! I should just bring the flipping on, dude. Why is there like no flipping? I'm